Is CENTURIONS Pedri elite? Well, let's find out. I'm about to be reviewing him and putting him to the test. If Pedri doesn't get at least 2 goals and 2 assists in 2 games, he may not be elite. He also needs to get a 90% pass accuracy and a 90% dribble success. Since he is our midfielder, the results will be revealed at the end whether or not you should buy him and if he's elite. But stay tuned for valuable information about the card in the gameplay. So let's find out if he's elite. Now right off the bat, once you get the pilota into Pedri, you know he's a tremendous dribbler. He can dribble all over the place, speed boost with his R1 dribbling. He can stop and make quick turns to get the passing options available. Wonders. Now if you're wondering, look at those defensive stats with Pedri. No, he can track back and take the pilota on his own too. He has some pretty good tackling animations. Not the best obviously, but he can still get the job done for sure. Now take a look at this sequence right here with Pedri and his abilities. Trust me, he can dribble through areas wonderfully. But the thing you gotta know about this card is he gives you the ability to do quick tiki-taka passes like Andre Iniesta and Xavi, you know what I'm saying? Because of that tiki-taka playstyle plus, he cannot mess up his passes. For sure. So if that's what you're looking for, players that don't mess up passes, because the passing in this game is horrendous, he is free. Now here's a little con about Pedri. Listen, the finishing, it is not absolute. He be messing up, like look at this. Back of the net it should be, you know what I'm saying? But he's a bit doo-doo with a name on it when it comes to that. But other aspects are important in the game of football, you get me? Oh, and look at Pedri showing his defensive capabilities. Lovely. Now take a look at this dime for Pedri. But listen, if you play with 3 midfielders, I think that's the most optimal for Pedri. But you can also play with 2 midfielders. Just know you'll need another midfielder that's strong and that can body off players, because sometimes Pedri does not body off the player like you want him, and they can still get through and make a pass. And I'll show you an example of that later in the vid. Now look at here. Now the thing about Pedri is that he's a high work rate player, so he will get into attacking positions as well to help you on your attack. So right here we get an opportunity because of Pedri running in behind. But then what happens here? We shoot, but we get a foul for the penalty. Let's see if Pedri can finish it. He has 60 pens. It's not looking good at all. Tough. Now let's talk about his pace. Now listen. Oh, look at that interception. Listen, you're not going to find issues with his pace too much, especially if you use that R1 dribbling. He gets a boost with it, and especially because he's a midfielder, you don't need to worry about pace that much. But look at this dime from him and a finish by a striker. Suka. Now listen, y'all, if you end up in attacking situations a lot with your midfielders, this guy is going to frustrate you with his finishing. He's not clinical, no clinicality all the time. You get me? You got to green time with him. So if you don't care about finishing for him that much and you have the trade-offs, be sure to be aware of him missing one of those, because if you're not aware of it, you are going to want to give him a nice Cristiano Ronaldinho bicycle kick to the jaw. For sure. Now this is the prime example of me talking about the physicality. Puss in boots. He can't body off nobody. Tough, but it is what it is. That's not what you got the card for, mostly for the dribbling and being able to turn quick spaces and make the passes. For sure. That's his value for sure. Now I know I told you about his clinicality and finishing being poor, but if you green time, yeah, can happen. He will finish those. Not all the time, but green timing puts up the chances by far. So do that. And so the question should be answered now, if he's elite or not. But first we have to get the results. Did he get 90% dribble success? Did he get 2 goals and 2 assists in 2 games? And did he have a 90% pass accuracy? And so in the 2 games, he finished with 1 goal and 2 assists. Boom shakalaka. These are his game stats, and his pass accuracy, he finished with 93% pass accuracy and an 89% dribble success. So basically there is Pedri an elite card. Oh yeah, he's absolutely elite, and definitely you should pick him up if you can. Speaking of elite, I dropped these elite videos right here. Be sure to click that and enjoy that. Adios.